Okay, I'm in. I don't hear you. Oh, there we go.
I hear him.
Okay. Ted is trying to get in.
Who's trying to get in? It's only my voice. It's okay. You want? I'll show you. Here I am. Okay. Oh, look who's here. Everyone's here. Okay. Hey, Big Bob. Okay. I'm getting rid of my video. Erwin,
Yes, sir.
shut off your video. God, heavens, look like you're sleeping.
I'm sitting back. I'm going to sit forward so we start learning.
Oh, there you are. I was
Yeah.
wondering. And make sure you're okay.
Thank God.
Okay, good. Oh, Big Ted's on. And he's drinking already. Look at this guy. Ted, okay, who's not on? All right, let me get rid of the microphone.
I'm not hearing Rabbi. No.
No.
I don't think you're hearing the.
Rabbi, you're on mute.
Okay,
Now we're okay.
all
Okay.
right,
Yeah.
Yes. Now we hear you.
all right. I don't know why that happened. Okay, all right. So how far do I have to go back? Right?
I didn't hear a thing.
You didn't hear anything.
Anything.
Okay, so I'll run by it quickly again. It said, the Gemara said you can't wrap it in cloths. Okay, but here we were taught elsewhere, other examples in a Braita that you could keep it out of the sun, keep it to cold, keep it, put it in the sun to warm it. Okay, Rabbi Yossi was different from the rabbis. Why? Rabbi Nachman said everybody agrees that it's forbidden, where they disagree on derivatives of the sun. And that's what leads us now, and that they made a decree for that they prohibit derivatives of the sun, lest people use derivatives of fire. Okay? Now, again going on, lo yitmanenu b'chol, that one shouldn't hide it in the sand. V'liflog nami Rabbi Yossi baha, so shouldn't Rabbi Yossi be arguing on this as well? Rava says, Gzera Shema Yatmin Baramatz. Rava explains it that the decree came lest one bury it in hot ashes. Rav Yosef Amar Mipnei Shemaziz Afar Mimkomo. Rav Yosef explains that it was based on the fact that one would have to move dirt from its place by creating a hole. My benaihu, what's the difference between them? Ika benaihu, the difference is afar tituach, in regards to soft earth. Where it's soft earth, you can just cover the item without having to make a hole, right? Meitive. But a Braita is raised to challenge this. Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel Omer, Milgagalin beitza al gabe gag roteach, that it's permissible to, according to Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, roast an egg on the rooftop of a house, right? Ve'ein megalgalin beitza al gabe seed roteach, but one is not permitted to roast an egg on hot limestone, right? Bishlei melamand amar gzera shema yatmin baramatz. This Braita and the view of Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel is acceptable if we say the decree is based on a concern that one warm it with hot ashes. Lekala megsar. Therefore, you wouldn't really even have to make a decree. Ela lamanda amar mipnei shemaziz afar mimkomo. But according to the one whose rationale was that you have to move earth, ligzor, is that why it was necessary to make a gezerah? Okay, so the Gemara continues, stam gag lit be'afar. That's the reason, because most ordinarily roofs do not have any dirt on them. New Braita. Tashma, listen to the following Braita. Ma'aseh anshe Tiberia. A situation where the people of Tiberia did the following. Behaviu silon shel tzoneim letoch amah shel chamin. And they established a pipe with the cold water running through it inside a canal that of hot water. Bishleim elamanda amar gzera shemayat min baramatz. Okay, here too, right? We understand why the decree would be made, lest they come to warm it by hot ashes. Hainu didami lahatmana, because this would be similar then to wrapping it to increase the warmth of something. Ela lamanda amar mipnei shemaziz afar mimkomo. But according to the one who says that the gezerah is due based on the idea of turning up dirt, moving dirt. Mai ikala mema, what do we have to say? Misvarat ma'aset Tveria asefakai. So the Gemara asks, are you of the opinion that this incident in Tveria was on the end part of our Mishnah? Areshakai. No, it was on the earlier part of the Mishnah. Lo yifke'ena besudarin, implying that one shouldn't wrap it in pieces of cloth heated by the sun. Rabbi Yossi matir, and Rabbi Yossi permitted it, right? Because Rabbi Yossi felt that the toledot of the sun were not forbidden. V'hachi ka'amrele Rabbanama Rabbi Yossi. And this is what the rabbi said to Rabbi Yossi. Hama said the Anshe Tveria, the Toledot Chamahu, that the activity of the people of Tveria is based on derivatives of the sun. V'asrei laho Rabbanan, and didn't the rabbis prohibit that? Amar laho, right? Dechalfe apitcha de gehinom. Why? Because, I'm sorry, Amar laho, so Rabbi Yossi's response to them was, Ahu Toledot orhu. No, he says that is a situation where it's a derivative of fire. Okay, the hot springs. Why? The chalfe apitcha de gehinom, because it's like the water passes over the openings of Gehenna underneath the earth, and therefore that's almost like a fire that heats the water, and that's why he didn't disagree with them on that situation. Amar Rav Chisda, says Rav Chisda, going on now the following, okay, to the next Amud, Mima'aseh she'asu anshe Tveria, from the incident regarding the people of Tveria, va'asrei leho Rabbanan, and the rabbis prohibited it, right? Batla hatmana b'davar hamosif havel. Therefore, the rabbis, okay, established that one needs to abolish the idea of wrapping something, okay, in whatever, okay, in cloths or anything else that's going to increase the amount of heat. Va'afilu miba'od yom, and even if this was done on Erev Shabbos. Amar Ula, says Ula, halacha ka'anshe Tveria, and therefore Ula disagrees and says the law is more like, okay, the people of Tveria. Why? Says Rav Nachman, Amali Rav Nachman, Kfar Tavrinhu Anshe Tveria Lasilu Naihu, that the people of Tveria already broke these pipes a long time ago. In other words, they themselves had retracted from doing that behavior, and they all agree now that it is forbidden. Okay, continuing with a new piece of the text. Ma'aseh she'asu anshe Tveria, regarding this section from the Mishnah, that this incident, mai rechitza, what does it mean when it says washing? In other words, remember it said that the rabbis forbade the use of that water in the pipe, both for washing, okay, and for drinking on Shabbos. So it says, mai rechitza, what do we mean by washing? Ilema rechitzat kol gufo. If we say it's washing one's entire body, elechamin shehuchmu b'Shabbat, hu da'asurim, then water that is heated on Shabbos is forbidden. Ha chamin shehuchmu me'erev Shabbat mutarim. Sorry, does that mean that water that's heated Erev Shabbos is permitted? Bahatanya. But aren't we taught elsewhere in another Braita? Chamin shehuchmu me'erev Shabbat l'machar, water that was heated Erev Shabbos for the next day. Rochetz bahem panav yadav v'raglav, that one can wash their face, their hands, and their feet. Avalo kol gufo, but not their entire body. Ela panav yadav v'raglav, rather the face, hands, and feet. The Gemara then responds, Ema, I would say, Seifa b'yom tov kechamin shechmu b'yom tov. I would say that at the end, okay, piece of the statement, where it says on Yom Tov, it's like warm water that was heated on Yom Tov. Va'asurin berechitza umutarin b'shtiyah. That's forbidden for bathing and permitted for drinking. Lema, let us say then, snan stama kebeit Shammai. That we say then that this stam Mishnah is taught according to the view of the house of Shammai. The Tnan, who taught in a Mishnah, Beit Shammai Omrim, Lo Yicham Adam Chamin Meraglav, that a person cannot heat up water for his feet, Ela im Kain Ru'iyim L'Shtiyah, unless it is also suitable for drinking. Beit Hillel Matirin, but Beit Hillel permits it. Amar Rav Ika Bar Chananya, says Rav Ika Bar Chananya, lehishtatef bahen kol gufo askin. There to rinse one's body, entire body, is what we're dealing with. Bahai Tana who, and that's according to the following Tana. The Tanya who taught in the Braita, lo yishtatef adam kol gufo, that a person cannot rinse his entire body, bein bechamin bein betzomen, divrei Rabbi Meir, whether in warm water or cold water, according to Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Shimon matir. However, Rabbi Shimon permits it when that water really is heated before Shabbos. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, says Rabbi Yehuda, okay, bechamin asur, betzonen mutar. With warm water, it's forbidden. With cold water, it's permitted. Now, Amar Rav Chisda, machloket bikli. According to Rav Chisda, this three-way argument that we just see between Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Shimon, and Rabbi Yehuda really deals with the normal way of bathing, which was to put the water into some sort of a utensil and then pour it over oneself. Right? Bekli, aval bekarka, but water, okay, if one is bathing, let's say in water in the ground, like the hot water springs of Tiberia, divrei hakol mutar. Everybody would agree it should be permitted. So the Gemara says, Vaha ma'aseh anshe Tiberia, bekarka hava, va'asrei laho rabbanan. But here wasn't the situation of the people of Tiberia regarding use of groundwater. Okay, and nevertheless, the rabbis prohibited it. Ella, itmar, hachi itmar. But rather, if it was said, this is how it was said. Machloket bekarka, right? That the argument actually was groundwater. Aval bekli, divrei hakol asur. But use of a utensil, everybody is agreement that it is forbidden. Right. Amar Rava bar Chana, says Rava bar Chana, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, halacha ka Rabbi Yehuda. Namely, according to Rava bar Chana, the law, it says Rabbi Yochanan, is based on the one who brought the compromise. Okay? Amar le Rav Yosef. Now Rav Yosef says as follows: the Ferush Shamielach or Miklala Shamielach, challenging Rabbi bar Chana. Did you hear Rabbi Yochanan say this explicitly, or did you just infer it from something? Right? My klala, what do we mean from an inference? The Amar Rav Tanchum, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Amar Rabbi Yanai, Amar Rav. Okay, the following. Kol makom, right? She'ata motzei shnayim chalukin ve'echad makriya. Okay? Namely, where we find a situation where we have a multiple machloket, where two disagree with each other, and a third person comes and renders a sort of compromise position. Halacha k'divrei hamachriya. The law is according to the one who brings the final statement, that's the compromise. Chutz mikule matlaniot, with the exception of the issue of impurity of small strips of material. Right? She'af al pi she'Rebbe Eliezer machmir, that in that case, okay, even though Rabbi Eliezer is more stringent, Rabbi Yoshua mekil, and Rabbi Yoshua is more lenient, Rabbi Akiva machriya, and Rabbi Akiva then says a position, a third position, that is in between the two and compromise. Ein halacha k'divrei hamachriya. In that case, the law is not like the compromiser. Chada, number one reason, the Rabbi Akiva Talmidhum, because Rabbi Akiva was really the student of both Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yoshua. And a student cannot be the one who presents the compromise while he's still a student for his teachers. Va'od, and furthermore, says the Gemara, Hadar be Rabbi Akiva. We're now on the top of Mem, and we'll keep rolling as much as we can. And here, Rabbi Akiva actually recanted his view, the Gabei de Rabbi Yoshua, okay, in favor of the view of Rabbi Yoshua. Now, ve'imi klala mai, and again, if you said it was an inference, okay, maybe we have a different problem. How can we base it then on the Braita? Mai, Dilma Hani Mili B'matnitin. Maybe our statement was based on a Mishnah, okay? Maybe in that case, Rabbi Yochanan's rule regarding compromise. About the Braita, low. But with regards to a Braita, okay, we can't say that's the case. Marley, Ana Beferish Shamiale. He responded that I heard him explicitly say so. Okay, let's go on now. Itmar, it was said, Chamin Shechmu Me'erev Shabbat. Okay, that warm water, hot water that was heated Friday afternoon. Rav Amar Lemachar Rochetz Behen Kol Gufo. Aver. According to Rav, the next day on Shabbos, one could wash their body one limb at a time. Shmuel Amar Lo Hitiru Lirchotz Elapanav Yadav V'Raglav. And Shmuel says it's only sages only permitted one to wash their face, hands, and feet. Mei tivei. But a challenge is raised this with a Braita. Chamin shehuchmu me'erev Shabbat l'machar, hot water that was warmed erev Shabbos for the next day, for Shabbos. Rochetz behen panav yadav v'raglav. One may wash the face, hands, and his feet. Aval lo kol gufo, but not his entire body. Okay? So the Gemara says, Tiyufta de Rav, is this a proof text against Rav? Amar lach Rav. Rav would therefore come back and say, Lo kol gufo bevat echat. It didn't mean to wash his entire body at one time, ela aver, but rather it meant to wash it one limb at a time, right? Vaha panav yadav v'raglav katani. But wait, our Braita taught that it said his face, his hands, and his feet. Isn't that what it taught? Ke'ein panav yadav v'raglav. As if, in other words, similar to the fact that he would wash his face, then his hands, then his feet. Okay, a new Braita now. Tashma, listen to the following Braita. Lo hitiru l'rachetz b'chamin shuchmu me'erev Shabbat, ela panav yadav v'raglav. Okay, according to this Braita, he was permitted only to wash his face, his hands, and his feet on the Sabbath. Okay, hani mili. Okay, right, what happens? Ke'ein panav yadav v'raglav. Okay, I'm sorry, hachanami, here too, ke'ein panav yadav v'raglav. Here too, we're saying it means similar to how one washes their face, their hands, and his legs. Tanya kavate de Shmuel. Now we have another Braita, however, which teaches according to the view of Shmuel. Chamin shuchmu me'erev Shabbat l'machar, water that was heated on Friday for the next day for Shabbos. Rochetz bahen panav yadav v'raglav. One can wash his face, his hands, and his feet. Aval lo kol gufo aver, and not his entire body, even one limb at a time. Ve'ein tzarich lomar chamin shuchmu b'yom tov. And we certainly don't have to say that this applies to water that's heated on a Yom Tov. Now, Rabba matnela lahashmata, the Rav Bahai Lishna. And Rabba, however, taught this same lesson of Rav in a somewhat different in the following language. Chamin shuchmu me'erev Shabbat l'machar. Water that was heated on Friday for Shabbos. Amar Rav, says Rav, rochetz bahen kol gufo, that one could wash their entire body. U'mishayer aver. Okay, and he, what does he do? But he omits one limb. Okay, the etive kohani. Okay, but against him was raised a number, all these other objections. Tiyufta, again, is this a proof text against Rav? Tiyufta, indeed, it's a proof text against Rav. Now, Amale Rav Yosef la'Abai, and Rav Yosef says to Abai, Rava, regarding Rava, who taught in the view of Rav, Mika Avid Kishma'ate de Rav, did Rava really follow in accordance to the ruling of Rav? Amarle lo yadana, said Abai, I don't know. My tibayale. Okay, so what's bothering you here? What is it bothering him? Pshita de lo avid daha itutav. Okay, no, it's obvious that he didn't follow Rav's practice because he was refuted. Dilma lo shamiale. Perhaps he didn't hear it or didn't learn it. V'ilo shamiale vadai avid. Okay, and perhaps if he didn't hear it, he didn't learn it, okay, he would have acted that way, right? The Amar Abai, as Abai said, Kol Mile Damar, okay, all those statements of the master, namely of Rabba, Avid Karav, he followed like Rav, Bar Mehani Talat, with the exception of the following three, the Avid Kishmuel, where he followed instead the practice of Shmuel, namely, one, Matilin mi beged mitlebeged, that we can detach fringes from one talus to another talus, right? Second, umadlikin miner laner, and we can light from one lamp to another lamp. Bahalacha k'Rabbi Shimon begrira. And third, that the law is like Rabbi Shimon in respect to dragging a utensil, a bed, a chair, and making a furrow on Shabbat in the earth, right? In those cases, the Gemara says, well, wait a second, all right? The answer is, Kechomre de Rav Avid, Kekule de Rav Lo Avid. Namely, Rabbah in those other situations like that followed the stringencies of Rav and not the leniencies of Rav. Okay, let's go on now to a new Braita that's going to give us a new situation. Tanu Rabbanan, says a Braita, Merchatz shepekako nekavav me'erev Shabbat. We're talking about a bathhouse where the openings are sealed before Shabbat in order to prevent the water from cooling. L'motzei Shabbat, rochetz bo miyad. Immediately after Shabbat, one is permitted to bathe therein. Pekako nekavav me'erev Yom Tov. And if the openings were sealed from Erev Yom Tov, Lemachar nichnas umazia. The next day, in other words, on Yom Tov, one can enter the bathhouse and sweat, viotzei, and then exit to another room, umishtatef b'beit hachitzon, and then rinse off in the outer room with cold water. Amar Rav Yehuda. Says Rav Yehuda the following, right? Incident. Ma'aseh b'merchat shel b'nei Brak. There was a situation in the bathhouse in B'nei Brak. Shepikako nekavav mi erev Yom Tov. That they sealed up the openings on erev Yom Tov. Lemachar, the next day on Yom Tov itself. Nichnas Rabbi Eliezer ben Azariah. Okay, and Rabbi Akiva. Veheziu bo, and they sweated in the bathhouse. V'yatzu, they went out from the main room. V'nishtatfu b'beit hachitzon, and they rinsed off in the outer room with cold water, of course. Ele shechamin shelo michupin b'nesarim. But rather, it says, in that situation, the hot water was covered with boards. Right? So in other words, there was clearly no way to the hot water to have contact with it. And when the situation came before the sages, Amru, they said, Af al pi she'en chamin shalom mechufin b'nesarim. Even if the warm water had not been covered with the boards, okay, it would have been permitted. Okay. However, says the Gemara now, in regards to further information in regards to the incident, Umisherabu ovre avera itchilu la'asur. However, when the number of people who transgressed, okay, this act began to increase, the rabbis forbade it. Right? So what happened? Ambatiot shel krachim, in regards to the bathhouses, okay, of the large cities, mitayel bahen ve'eno choshesh. But those one could walk through, even on Yom Tov, and one would not have to have any fear, okay, that about sweating. Okay. My ovrei avera, what do we mean by those who were transgressing? The Amar Rabbi Shimon ben Pazi. As Rabbi Shimon ben Pazi says, Amar Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, in the name of Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, right? B'Yishum bar Kapara, on the authority of Bar Kapara, the following. B'tchila hayu rochtzin b'chamin shuchmu me'erev Shabbat. Originally, they would wash with warm water that was heated on Friday. Etchilu habalanim, then the attendants, lahachem b'Shabbat. The attendants began, however, to heat the water on Shabbos, right? All right. V'omrim me'erev Shabbat huchmu, and they claimed that they had heated it on Friday. Asru et hachamin v'hitiru et hazeh. The rabbis forbade use of the hot water, and they permitted the sweating. Va'adayin hayu rochtzin b'chamin, and people were still washing in the hot water. Va'omrim mizi'in anachnu, and they claimed that they were really only sweating. Asru lahen et hazeh. Then the rabbis forbade the sweating. V'hitiru chamei Tiveria, and they permitted the thermal springs, the hot springs of Tiveria. Va'adayin hayu rochtzin b'chamei or ha'or, but people were still washing in water heated by fire, right? And what happened? V'omrim, and they claimed b'chamei Tiveria rachatznu, in the hot springs of Tiveria is where we washed. Therefore, asru lehen chamei Tiveria, the rabbis forbade the hot springs of Tiveria. V'hitiru lohen et etzonein, and they permitted cold water, right, for rinsing. Ra'u she'ein hadavar omed lahen, the rabbis saw, right, that the people would still not abide by the restrictions, right? V'hitiru lehen chamei Tiberia, and therefore they went back and permitted the hot springs of Tiberia, v'zeya b'mkoma omedet, and the permission to sweat remained in its status quo. That remained forbidden. Okay? Amar Rabba, says Rabba, Haiman Avid Adarabanan, says Rabba, one who transgresses then these rabbinical enactments, right? Shari lemikre le avaryana. It's permitted to call him a transgressor. Kiman, according to whom? Let's go on to Mem Amud Beis. Ki hai tana, as was done by that particular Tana. Ambatiyot shel krachim, the large bathhouses of cities, mitayel behen ve'eno choshesh. It's permissible to stroll through them and not have any kind of concern, any fear. Amar Rava, says Ravka, davka krachim, particularly we're saying regards to large cities, avad kfarim lo, but of small towns, small villages, no. Why? My tama, kevan dezutarim, he says, because they are bathhouses, they are smaller, nafish chavlaihu, their heat, okay, is much greater, right? Let's go on. Tanu Rabbanan, another Braita. Mitchamem adam keneged hamedura. It's permitted for a person to warm himself against a large campfire, right? V'yotzei u'mishtatef b'tzonein, and then to rinse himself off with cold water. U'bilvad she'lo yishtatef b'tzonein, so long as he doesn't rinse himself first with cold water, v'yitchamem keneged hamedura, and then afterwards warm himself by the fire. Mipnei shemafshir mayim she'alav. Why? Because he's warming up the water that's on him, right? Now, further Braita. Tanu Rabbanan, mecham adam alod natit. Okay? That a person may warm up a towel, umanicha al gabe mayayim b'Shabbat, and put it on his intestines on Shabbos, right? However, says the Gemara, ubilvad shelo yavi kumkumus shomayim chamin, so long as he doesn't bring a kettle of hot water, v'yanichenu al gabe mayayim, and b'Shabbat, and put it on his stomach, his intestines on Shabbat. V'davar zeh afilu b'chol asur, and even doing that, the kettle, all right, is forbidden on a weekday, mipnei hasakana, because of the danger that the person might scald himself. Okay. Tanu Rabbanan, a new Braita. Mevi adam kiton mayim, a person can bring a jug of water, umanicho keneged hamedura, and he can put it in front of the fire. Lo b'shvil sheyichamu, not in order to warm it up, ela b'shvil shetafig tzinatan, but simply so that the coldness of the water is limited, is tempered. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Mevia Isha Pachshel Shemen. A woman can bring a container of oil, Umanichato Keneged Hamidorah, and place it in front of the fire. Lo b'shvil sheyivashel, not in order to cook it, ela b'shvil sheyifsher, in order to, sort of speak, warm it up, make it lukewarm. Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel Omer says, Isha sacha yada shemen. A woman can anoint her hand with water, with oil, all right? Umechamamto keneged hamedura, warm her hands then opposite the fire, okay? V'sacha livna katan, and then smear it, massage it on her young son. Ve'ena chosheshet, and she doesn't have to be concerned about it. Ibayalahu. So the scholars then ask the following question: Shemen mahu latanakama. What then is the view of the oil in regards to the first Tana? Rava v'Rav Yosef the Amrei Travayu lehetera. Rava and Rav Yosef both agreed that was to interpret it with a permissive basis. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak amar le'isura, and Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak instead, however, one has to interpret it more restrictively. Rava v'Rav Yosef the Amrei Travayu lehetera, that the two of them said the first Tana holds it permissively. Shemen afal pi shehayad soledet bo, that this oil, okay, is not subject to the prohibition of pulling your hand away from because of the heat, which is the equivalent measurement for cooking. Okay, mutar, therefore it's permitted, right? Kasavar Tanakama Shemen ein bo mishum bishul, because Rabbi Yehuda holds that the oil is not subject to being cooked, but simply making it, all right, simply making it lukewarm. Va'ata Rabbi Yehuda lamema, and Rabbi Yehuda would come then to tell us, Shemen yesh bo mishum, okay, ein bo mishum. Va'ata Rabbi Yehuda, but then Rabbi Yehuda comes and disagrees and says that oil is subject to cooking. V'hafshiro, but what about making it lukewarm? Lo zehu bishulo. No, he says that actually is not making it boil, not actually cooking it. Va'ata Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, and then comes Rabban Shimon Gamliel, Lameimar Shemen yesh bo mishum bishul, who says that oil does have the possibility, okay, of being cooked. V'hefshiro zehu bishulo, and he also says that making it lukewarm is tantamount, is equivalent to it being cooking. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak amar le'isura, and Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak said we based it on the Tanakama first statement, should be restrictive. Shemen afal pi she'ein hayad soledet bo asur, that the oil, even though it is not hot that one would move their hand from it, which is the measurement for cooking, okay, is still forbidden. Kasavar shemen yesh bo mishum bishul, because that seems to imply that he's of the opinion that the oil is subject to the prohibition of cooking. V'hefshiro zehu bishulo, and by making it lukewarm, it's equivalent to cooking. Va'ata Rabbi Yehuda, and then comes Rabbi Yehuda, Lamema hefshiro lo zehu bishulo, and Rabbi Yehuda comes to say that oil, okay, is to tell us that making it lukewarm is not a kind of cooking. Va'ata Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel le'maimar shemen yesh bo mishum bishul v'hefshiro zehu bishulo. And along comes Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, who says oil is subject to boiling, to cooking, and making it lukewarm is the equivalent of cooking. Right? Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel, Hainu Tanakama. That seems to therefore say that Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel and Tanakama hold the same position. Okay? Ika beinayu, there is a difference, however, between them. Kila achar yad, namely in terms of warming the oil in a backhanded manner. Okay? Namely that if you do it in an unusual way, okay, Rabbi Shimon would permit it, the Tanakama would forbid it. Okay? Amar Rabbi Yehuda Amar Shmuel, Echad Shemen ve'echad Mayim. He says Rabbi Yehuda in the name of Shmuel, in the case of oil and in the case of water. Yad soleted bo, asur. If it's hot enough to shrink the hand, move the hand away, it's forbidden. Ein yad soleted bo, mutar. If the hand doesn't move from it, it's permitted. Behechi dami yad soleted bo. Okay. And how do we mean? What's the definition for yad soleted bo? Amar rachva kol shekriso shel tinok nichve. Says Rahaba, if an infant's stomach, belly, would be scalded by it. Amar Rav Yitzchak, says Rav Yitzchak bar Avdimi. Pam echad nichnasti achar Rabbi lebeit hamerchatz. One time, I followed Rebbe into the bathhouse, right? Va'amali told bekli sheni, right? Right? I'm sorry. Pam echad nichnasti achar Rebbe lebeit hamerchatz ubikashti lahaniach lo pach shel shemen ba'ambati. And I wanted to put a container, a cruse of oil in the bath for him. Right? Va'amarli, and he said to me, Tol b'kli sheni v'tein. Put it into a second container and then put it in. Shma mina tlat. Here we learn three things. Number one, Shma mina shemen yesh bo mishum bishul. That oil does have the possibility of cooking. Shma mina, boiling. Shma mina, kli sheni eino mevashel. That in a second utensil, okay, that the water will not be hot enough to boil, to cook. Right? Shmani mina, hefshero zehu bishulo. And the third thing is that, okay, that warming it, all right, making it lukewarm is like equivalent to cooking. Hechi avid hachi. How did he do this? V'ha'amar Rabba bar Barchana amar Rabbi Yochanan says, "B'chol makom mutar laharher chutz mi beit hamerchatz ubi beit hakisei." In other words, how did Rebbe tell him what to do from a Torah perspective when we have another statement that says that all places one can think about, exchange Torah thoughts, and verbalize them, with the exception of a bathhouse and a toilet house. V'chi tema, and if you want to say b'lashon chol amarle, that he said it in a secular language, va'amar Abaye, davarim shel chol, mutar la'omran b'lashon kodesh, that secular items can be spoken about in the holy language, right? Shel kodesh asur la'omran b'lashon chol. But sanctified items, okay, all right, should not be spoken about in secular language. Afrushe me'isura shani. However, but the answer is helping him refrain from separating him from performing a prohibitive act. That's different, right? Teda, says the Gemara, learn the following. The Amar Rav Yehuda Amar Shmuel, that Rav Yehuda said in the name of Shmuel, Ma'aseh b'talmido shel Rabbi Meir, a situation with the student of Rabbi Meir, shenichnas acharav lebeit hamirchatz, that went into the bathhouse, ubekesh lahadiach karka, okay, and in this case, he wanted to move up, turn around the ground, right, turn over the earth for him. Va'amar lo ein medichin. And he told him that one cannot do that. L'such lo karka. However, he says if he wants to, put oil on the ground, okay, amarlo ein sachin. Okay, he said there also you can't put oil on the ground. Alma, therefore, afrushe mi isura shani. Okay, therefore, again, to distinguish one from doing a prohibition, it's different. Hachanami, here too, la'afrushe me'isura shani. It was done to do, again, prevent somebody from a prohibition. Amar Ravina, says Ravina, shmamina, we learn from this, hamevashel b'chamei Tiberia b'shabbat chayav. One cooking in the hot springs of Tiberias on Shabbos is chayav. The Hama Aseh the Rabbi, as in the incident of Rebbe, la'achar gezerah hava. It must have been after the gezerah. Va'amar le tol b'kli sheni v'tein. Okay, and he told him to put it in a second vessel. Right? Amy, is that the case? Okay, is that possible? Va'amar Rav Chisda, says Rav Chisda, hamevashel b'chamei teveria b'shabbat patur. And Rav Chisda said, one who cooks in the hot springs of Tiberias, is he exempt? Okay, is that the case? Right? Mai chayav, what do we mean when he says he's liable? Nami dekama makat mardut, that he's liable to get the makos of being disobedient to the rules of the rabbis. Amar Rabbi Zera, says Rabbi Zera, Ana chazite la Rabbi Abahu deshat ba'ambati. I once saw Rabbi Abahu floating, okay, in a bathhouse. Okay, and what happened? Okay, and he was lifting his feet. In other words, was he splashing water outside? V'lo yadana im akar, ilo akar. And I don't know if he splashed, if he lifted his feet up, or if he didn't lift his feet up. Pshita, it's obvious the lo akar, that he didn't lift his feet up to splash. Why? The Tanya, because we have a Braita that teaches lo yishot adam bebrecham le'amayim va'afilu omedet bechatzer. Okay, and that one doesn't swim in a pool full of water and splash, making the water go into the public domain, even if it is in a courtyard. Okay, lo kasha ha dalit le gedude. That's a situation where there is no barrier, no wall, no embankment. Ha deit le gedude. But here there wasn't an embankment. There was a wall. And that's where we're going to stop today, guys. Have a good Yontif to all of you. And hopefully we'll stay together on Friday morning.
Good Yontif.
Good
Thank you.